Hello there, world of tankers. Welcome to the channel. I'm your host, Droodles Blitz, and in today's video, I'm going to be sharing my full opinion on the Tier 10 Chinese Collector Heavy, the WZ-116 F3. This is a vehicle that, unfortunately, struggles in a lot of areas. It has good damage per shot. I was trying to think of something else to say, but that's really all I can say. It has good damage per shot. It does not have great mobility, it does not have great armor, and it doesn't have really anything impressive apart from the damage per shot. But, hey, 490. That's pretty good, right? That's about all that I can say. So what are we going to do here? Well, we have the enemy 60 TP, and I actually do get a bounce. We have the enemy minnow in the back, and there you go, 439 into his vehicle. That minnow is a bigger threat than the 60 TP in front of me, because the 60 obviously is a dangerous foe, but not something I can't deal with. All we need to do is put on our reactive armor and get a nice shot into his tank, and a really nice shot at that, 582. Thought he'd shoot me, but he didn't. This is where that damage per shot does feel nice, and, you know, the accuracy, while being terrible, doesn't really matter, because I don't need good accuracy to shoot somebody 10 feet in front of me. So already we've done pretty good, although our team is really, really struggling to pen this enemy 60 TP, like, a lot. The enemy 60 looks away, and again, you can see how long I have to aim in, but 3 shots, all dealing 500 damage. It does feel nice to have 500 DPS. It feels really nice, honestly, and it chunks. It really does. There you go, 471 into the enemy 60, and just like that, we're up to 2,500 damage now. The minnow is still alive, which is a little surprising, to be honest, but oh well. I do have to be a little bit careful. There you go. Nice 490 into you. And that player's dead. Please give me some room, 60. Thank you. Alright. And there you go. You get 1 shell. And we load a gold to complete the pen. So far, this has been a pretty solid battle. I've been able to deal decent damage. I've been able to help my team. And we're probably going to get a win. Bonk. There you go. Nice shot. And I'm going to back up before anything else has the ability to pen me. Now, you know what's funny is going up against 60s is actually pretty good for me, because this vehicle features pretty good armor against APCR. So it's actually quite nice in that situation, at least. We have the Progetto in the back, aiming. There you go, 459. Of course, our 60 can't pen the Progetto. Skill moment. Well, we're up to 4,100 damage. The Sheridan is in the open, and 3... Oh, well, that works too. But I was going to say 3, 2, 1. Alright, well, let's move over here, and let's see exactly what's going on. Nothing is in front of me, and we're going to head right over to this overlook. Now, with the armor not being the best on this vehicle's turret, you do have to, you know, be a little worried, but we're doing fine. I'm not going to jump off the overlook. I don't see a reason to. Now that we see the enemy 60 TP, maybe. Yeah, now that we see the enemy 60, I'll jump down. And I'm going to push over here on that 60. And we'll see if I can get some damage out into him. Let's see what we can do. Hello, Mr. 60. How are you doing? And put on my reactive. There you go. Nice. 515. We reload again. There you go. My IS-4 is moving up. And, oh, we got shot in the side for a whopping 200. Anyway, see ya. 444 damage. So, this is a good example of where the 116 actually feels pretty nice. Because, sure, the armor isn't the best. Sure, the mobility isn't the best. And really nothing is the best on this tank. But you know what? That damage per shot does feel pretty good. Just being able to roll somebody for 490, being able to have decent mobility. It's why I actually do okay in this vehicle. You know, the other day I was streaming in this tank, and I was not having the most enjoyable experience, but yet I was still doing fine in terms of stats. I was going 80% win rate with 3,500 average. And I was trying to figure out why I was having such an unenjoyable experience, yet doing well in the tank. And it's for a multitude of reasons. The major reason is, as I said, the gun sucks. I mean, it has the same dispersion as an FE2 and 5B 183 with half the damage per shot. And yes, the 183 is a tank destroyer, and this is a heavy, but even vehicles that have more damage per shot, like the 114 SP2 and E100 VK72, all have better dispersion. And that's what I don't understand. Why does this tank have such an inaccurate gun? Because its armor isn't anything amazing. It doesn't have the best mobility. It's weird to me that Wargaming went the way they did on balancing it with, you know, the fact that it just has absolutely no armor. It's just an accuracy, I don't know. Like, the armor, it's good against AP, but when I say it has no armor, I mean the moment you load gold, you're going to cut right through it. It's kind of like a mouse, where good against standard, bad against everything else. But that's fine, because you have reactive, and it forces people to load gold, and paired with reactive, it means that the average damage of the enemy shooting at you is going to be quite low. It's just really annoying, because it means with the poor accuracy your gun has, you usually miss a lot of easy shots. So, we have the 1-2-1, and a good example of the poor gun depression this vehicle does have. I'd love to be able to shoot the type, but my... yeah, good example there of the accuracy kind of going a little off from where I wanted it to go. But we are going to make our way over here to the side of the type, and we're going to put on our adrenaline, and there you go. Nice 440. It's a pretty low roll, but we get a pen. They have a tank in that back bush there. So, do got to be a little cautious about that. Not sure why that 1-2-1's poking. Okay. That's what I mean by the turret armor. I mean, that grill just went through me with AP like my armor didn't even exist. A great example of the rather mediocre armor the vehicle does get plagued with. Now, as much as I want to shoot the 116, I'd much rather shoot the 62A because it's a bigger threat. So, we'll just chill here, and, well, we'll aim it on the 62A. 3, 2, 1. See ya. Easy shell. Alright, not too bad so far. The enemy team has 4 tanks left, and we're doing okay. We're up to 1,400 damage, which is decent. Well, we got the 1-2-1, we got the Yag, and I'm going to aim it on the Yag lower plate. There you go. 613. Again, that alpha, it feels so nice. Being able to just take 600 health off of an enemy with very little effort. It feels amazing. And with reactive, as you can see, that 1-2-1 rolled me for a very, very low amount as well. Our teammate gets the shot into you. I'm going to ignore the 1-2-1, start heading towards the T95E6. And the major reason why is because the E6 is a heavy, it's less mobile, it can't run away from me, so it means I can get easier damage into his tank. So already we are up to 3,052 damage, which is pretty good. This E6 is trying to tunnel me really hard. I'm not sure why, to be honest, because, well, you're gonna die. Let's just load a gold shell, get you right in the turret, and now we can head over towards the 1-2-1. But at this point, we've already done 3,360 damage, and we're gonna get a win. So, overall, what do I think about this tank? Well, I'd give it a solid 7 out of 10. It's definitely not what I would consider an amazing tank, because it is limited by the accuracy. But at the same time, it does feature really, really good armor against AP. It does feature good damage per shot, and it can be a fun tank because of that. So there are definitely areas that I actually really enjoy playing in this vehicle, and because of that, it can be a rather fun tank to mess around with. It's just, I wish... Oh... I thought that 1-2-1 was going to be smarter, because the clan he was in is not awful, but yeah, he just allowed that BZ to absolutely nuke him. But let's take a look at the post-game results here. We ended up dealing 3,362, we blocked 1,380, and had a pretty solid result. So, I think it's a decent tank. I'm not going to sit here and say it's the best tank ever. And don't be bummed if you don't buy it, because it's not that special. I mean, an IS-7, to be entirely honest, can do 99% of what this tank can. This tank is 6 degrees of gun depression, the IS-7 is 6 degrees of gun depression. And sure, the IS-7 has 30 less damage per shot, but you know what the IS-7 does have? Tungsten, which means that you can actually deal more damage per shot with tungsten at around 520. Not only that, but the IS-7 has flat better dispersion, 0.316 versus 0.3144. It has flat better aiming time. The aiming time of the IS-7 is 4.8, and I think it's like 4.4. So basically, the IS-7 is more mobile, has better armor, has better damage per shot if you use tungsten. It has almost the same damage per minute. At the end of the day, the 116 is not a bad tank, but it's definitely not what I would consider a great tank either. There are better options which have better playstyles and capabilities. Personally, I think that Wargaming should either buff the accuracy or buff the vehicle's gun depression to 8 degrees. Those two things would allow the vehicle to be fun and unique. But as of right now, it's a solid tank, but it's not, it's just in the good category. You know, there's good, strong, and super strong. It's good, which is all right. You know what I mean? Let me know in the comments what you guys think about the vehicle. But thought I'd just make another video on it. A, because I got to make my money's worth, and B, because I thought I'd give a full idea of how it plays. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.